Hello everyone, it's Justine. Welcome back to Stationery by Justine, and welcome if you are new here. This is Justine, and I have my channel name Stationery by Justine because when I craft, the world stands still. That's why I chose stationery, not stationery. So just a little play on words for you there. But today I get to work with the So Kind of You Glimmer plate, and it is a beautiful one. Now, I used the hinge method for glimmering basically all of these pieces. So I'm going to show you 4 cards here today that I'm going to assemble. But basically the hinge method is you take, well, if you want the full tutorial, check out number 7 on the Glimmer Bootcamp series. But basically you take a piece of little craft tape or something here, you slide the glimmer in there, and you're able to move that around after, but it stays in place for glimmering. So that's just kind of the idea of it. But anyway, there's also this piece that you can glimmer. Here you can see I made a mistake and I glimmered actually onto this plate, so there's a little bit of a blue color to it. Not a big deal to me. But anyway, you can choose to glimmer this separate, and then the die can cut that out, or you can glimmer right on it and make this whole sheet glimmer, which is really beautiful as well. And then there is a little glimmer sentiment of So Kind of You, which is what the collection is named after. So that is right about there, and it has a die to cut it out to give it kind of a scalloped oval edge look. So that's basically the gist of the glimmer plate and dies, but I just wanted to show you what I made. So I'm going to start with this really bright pink one, and to glimmer on the main background I used gold glimmer foil, and then I took some Copic markers and colored in the floral areas with some light pink and kind of magenta Copic markers. And this is going to be a very, very fine border going around the card. It won't be much at all, but it's something just to give a little pop of color to the background. No, it is not perfect, but it is going to be just beautiful for me. Did all of the glimmering turn out perfectly? No, I could have probably added a shim in there. But to me, that's kind of the beauty of card making, is seeing the beauty in the imperfections and not spending all of my craft time making the absolute perfect card. I like to use the materials over again. You can see here I glimmered on the back of this, and it didn't turn out very well. The foil moved quite a bit, so instead of throwing this piece of paper away, I just used this side, and look how pretty that is. So this paper could have been garbage, but we turned it into a beautiful piece to put on a card. So just thought I'd mention that, you know, not everything's perfect, especially here's another one, especially things from my craft room. They're not perfect, but I have fun. I love making things. We're making some art. I hope to inspire some people, and that's kind of just the goal, I guess, of my channel and my crafting in general. So you can see there's a gold foiling for the background and for this white die cut piece, and then for the So Kind of You, it's actually that magenta foil, which is really pretty. So I'm not sure if I'm going to add some sequins or gems to this yet, but I do want to add a little bit of Wink of Stella. I've kind of fallen in love all over again with Wink of Stella after moving my craft room around. It's just something that I have been keeping right on my desk, so I have it on hand, and I love the shimmers. But I can always add gems later or sequins later, but that foiling is so stunning that it would be kind of a shame to take away from that, but we'll see. All right, moving on to the next one. This is where I had all of my blue issues come to life, but you know, such is life. But I foiled with silver on this teal blue paper, and I loved the way it turned out. And I just faintly colored just a teeny bit with some blue Copic markers, nothing too crazy at all on there. Ooh, I forgot to cut this one down. Lovely. Okay, well, we get to have a learning opportunity. Isn't that fun? Okay, well, what I usually do for this is I take my embossing little pillow, which I call the mouse pillow, but after moving, I don't know where I put that. So I'm just looking around and I still don't see it. Perfect. Okay. I'm just going to use my fingers and probably just my shirt here and just de-stick the tape runner just a little bit because I'm going to use my paper cutter to trim this down. Whoops, I totally forgot. Anyway, it still is a little sticky, but we're just gonna have to make it work. Note to self, trim paper. Okay, we're gonna have to go kind of wild and go upside down, but I'm just gonna take the faintest amount off the edge. This is why I have those gray marks there. So you can see. Maybe this has happened to me once or twice before, just maybe. Okay, and just a little bit off the top and the bottom. I think I'm barely taking a 1/16 of an inch, maybe, off of here. Nothing major, but just enough so that other border of the other paper shows through, but not too much that would take away from the design. Okay, so I know I said that this was less sticky, but it still is sticky enough to put on a card, which kind of says something about this tape runner. It's pretty darn sticky. Anyway, that did turn out nearly perfect for the border, and since I have my paper trimmer out, I am going to go ahead and trim these two, so just hang on a second. Now that that is finished, I'm going to put on my white piece here, and I'm just going to put this one on with tape runner since it's in my hand already, but isn't that so pretty with the blue foiling and the blue Copic coloring? Oh, just stunning. I think it's kind of the star of the show when there's glimmering on a card. It's just so pretty. And then the So Kind of You on this one, I am going to pop up with some foam squares just to make it a little interesting, keep it a little different from this one. Why not, right? Plus I have the foam squares right at my desk, so I'm ready for some dimension. And the So Kind of You sentiment, I think, is so universal. I think that that could be used for a thank you card for really anyone. Male, female, young, old. It's just great. And of course, I'm going to pull out my Wink of Stella and just hit a few of these flower areas and really not even be too precise. Just get a little shimmer down and call it good. I suppose I meant by a little bit of the flower areas, all of the petals. Anyway, oh, I cannot forget these. All right, that finishes card number 2. Look at that foiling. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, now this one I think is probably going to be my favorite because I think black, gold, and white are just such a stunning trio. I just love it. So with this one, I chose to use just different Copic markers that were that cool gray brown. So I think it was the, let me get the right numbers here in a second. First, I gotta get this on my card base. Let's see. I think it was the C's, the cool grays and cool blacks. So the C3, C4, C5, just to give the flowers a little bit of color, not just leave them white, but still keep the tone dark. Anyway, then for this middle piece, I just left the flowers as they are, but used gold foiling. And this part I'm going to have flat and not add dimension to, just to keep it interesting and switch it up. Oh, that is so pretty. I have been loving foiling recently. Ever since in January, I started foiling with Yana's collection. I have just loved foiling. It's been so fun. And there's a collection here from Spellbinders coming out in a couple days, March 10th. That's from Nancy McCabe, and I love it. So be ready for those videos because I have a lot of cards that I'm making with her collection. But anyway, this last card from this set, I am going to use the embossing folder of the month. Let me check if this is the 3D or not. I cannot remember. Yes, this is the 3D embossing folder of the month. I should know because there is quite a lot of dimension here, but I just love this one. I used this with the stamp of the month, and I just thought it was so pretty that I had to use it on this one as well. So I didn't use the big foiling piece on this card, but that's just fine. You could even use just the "You are so kind of you" sentiment and make a card with that too. It doesn't have to be using all of the glimmered items. Be a little different. Now this one I used the rainbow foiling on, so you can see the light will catch it here in a second, but you can see that there's that rainbow effect there, which is always so fun. But this was kind of a funky card with the neon green and the pink and the blue, just to kind of switch it up a little. And I chose to use the rainbow foil to make this sentiment as well. You can see that there's some yellow and green on there. So just keeping it funky. I think this card does need a little bit of bling since it doesn't have all the foiling like the other cards do, but let's just see. I do have some of these kind of chunky gems from the Damask Daydream card kit that I've been using or trying to use, but there's so many of them that it's taking a little while. But I think these are going to go well with the paper because they have that like purpley green color to them. Do I just go crazy and put it in a line? I think I'm going to do that. Okay, well, I'm going to use the embossing folder to kind of guide where to put my gems. I'm going to put them in a line on the top and the bottom of this glimmered area. It's kind of like a little flower quilt, but using bright colors and chunky gems, you can kind of make something really elegant like this one, or you can make it kind of like a fun spunky card with some neon paper and rainbow foiling and make something kind of youthful, kind of fun. So I'm going for it. Okay, so now if I put them here, I think it'll be too close. Should I just leave it like that? Okay. I'm going to use the little gems on the top. To me that makes sense because the bigger ones should be on the bottom since they're heavier. I don't know. Sometimes I'm wondering, like, do other people think like that, or is it just me being weird? I don't know. Well, that gem just got launched into the abyss of my craft room, so I don't know where it went. I'll probably step on it later and find it in my sock. Charming, isn't it? Okay. Now that I have my gems where I want them, I am going to pull out a little bit of Winkastella on this funkier card. So I've made all 4 cards now. Let's take a look at them. Here they are, all 4. So I would like to know which one is your favorite. Is it the neon pink and blue? Is it the blue teal? Is it the pink and gold? Or is it the black, white, and gold? I'd like to know which one's your favorite, so let me know in the comments. And if you've liked the video or learned something, been inspired to make something, let me know in the comments, and go ahead and hit the like button if you've liked the video so far. Also, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you are interested in seeing more content from me. I will be posting with all of the monthly subscription items for Spellbinders for March. Some of my favorites are the large die of the month with the pop-up tree. The stitch die is really beautiful this month. And I also will be posting a process video of how I go through a card kit. So if you're interested in any of those, go ahead over to my channel and go find those videos. Anyway, I will be posting the link for this Glimmer set in the description, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and click the link. And I'll probably also just post a link to the foiling. Spellbinders has a lot of really fun colors. I recently just picked up the black, which I am so excited to use because I think black foiling is just really pretty and it has that light shine to it. So maybe I'll use that in future months cards, but time will only have to tell. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you get to craft soon. Pull out that glimmer machine. If you are someone who's intimidated by glimmering, I highly recommend going over to Spellbinders YouTube channel and watching all of their Glimmer Bootcamp videos. They do such a good job showing you how to use it, a lot of tips and tricks. So if you're interested in just really understanding glimmering and what it is, go ahead and check out those videos as well. Anyway, thank you again so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!